Hello everyone, this is Yana Smakula, member of Spellbinders design team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a clean and simple fall thank you card using Spellbinders Simply Sad and Woodland collection dies. I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful faux embossed backgrounds for your projects. I'm going to be using Spellbinders Phrase Set 1 as well as Acorn dies and A2 Knitting Basics B set. I've gotten the die I want to use for my background ready, and I've also pre-cut two panels out of white cardstock. One is about 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to use it to create my faux embossed background. And the second panel is a little wider than my thanks die, and I'm going to use this one to die cut several thanks pieces out. In order to create a faux embossed background, we're going to die cut elements we'll need for our design, and we'll also need to adhere them onto our base panel. To save myself some time, I like to use scrapbook adhesive sheets and create sticker paper. This way, after I cut something, I already have a sticky back, and that makes it super simple to adhere that element onto my project. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere my white cardstock panel to the adhesive sheet and cut it out. My sticker paper is ready, and I can now begin cutting my thanks word out. I'm using Spellbinders Platinum die cutting and embossing machine today, and I'm going to open the flaps on the front and on the back, add my standard platform, and use clear cutting plates to cut the elements out. I've taped my die down to my paper to make sure it would stay in place and cut where I needed to cut. Depending on the size of the card you're making, you will need to have different number of die cuts. I used about 7 for an A2 card. You will need less if you're making a smaller project, or more if you're making a bigger card. You can create faux embossed backgrounds using not just word dies. Think about using flowers or leaves, geometric shapes, or small detailed images. The sky is the limit with this technique. So go ahead and continue cutting until you have a proper amount of die cuts ready to create your background. Once you have your die cut pieces cut, begin working on your background. Peel the backing paper from your die cut and adhere it onto your card base. I like to start in the center and work my way up and down. If you don't have adhesive sheets like I used here to turn my die cuts into stickers, you can also use glue to adhere your die cuts onto your card. Some of your die cuts are only going to be adhered partially, and this is okay. We can trim that off and use it in a different spot to continue the background. So I'm going to adhere all of my die cut pieces down, and I'm trying to adhere them so that the top of the letter K is in between the letters T and H. This is how I'm trying to keep this looking like a fun little pattern. Instead of adding the fourth die cut to complete the second row, I can go ahead and cut the remainder of the second die cut and adhere it in the place of the fourth one. So continue working on your piece until you have all of the elements adhered and formed into a fun little background. So here you can see how this looks like at the moment, and I'm going to use Spellbinders A2 Knitting Basics B, die number 7, that's the largest die from that set, to trim this panel down. So secure your die in place and run through your machine. It's best not to emboss it, as the little adhered pieces can move on your background and ruin it due to all the extra pressure during embossing, so make sure to only cut it. Now, I've also cut and embossed acorns and oak leaves out of watercolor paper. I'm going to use my watercolors and gently color these to use on my card as little embellishments. I'm using several shades of green to color the leaves, and 2 tones of brown, a darker and a lighter tone, to color the acorns. All you need to do now is assemble your card. I'm going to stamp a simple Forever Grateful sentiment using brown ink to match the brown color on my acorns, and adhere my little pieces onto faux embossed background using foam adhesive. This will add a bit of dimension to this otherwise simple card. Adhere your panel onto A2 top folding card base created out of white cardstock using foam adhesive, and finally add a couple of orange and gold glitter enamel dots to your background. I like to use the spatula end of my tool-in-one to pick up enamel dots and move them onto my project. So there you have it, a clean and simple card created using Spellbinders Simply Sad dies. We hope you've enjoyed watching this video and feel inspired to create. Be sure to come back and watch other videos on our channel for more ideas. If you have any questions about this project, please leave them in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe to Spellbinders YouTube channel for more education and inspiration. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!